New TNA champions have been crowned. Plus, we have an update on the WWE and TNA status of Joe Hendry. And some new backstage details behind Andrade's release from WWE. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Come Tuesday, it'll be TNA versus NXT, Andrew.
Ooh, showdown.
Showdown, and called nothing else. Ahead of Showdown, we had a title change on Impact last night.
Oh, we sure did. We have new TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, everybody, as last night on Impact, the Elegance brand lost the titles to Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee of The Inspiration. Woo! I'm buzzing about this. The title change came when Heather by Elegance accidentally threw a bit of champagne in the eyes of M by Elegance, which led to Lee getting the 3. And this begins the Inspiration's second TNA Knockouts World Tag Team title reign, and they will represent TNA in the 8-woman elimination match at said TNA NXT Showdown this coming Tuesday.
There was some speculation that Kalani Jordan kind of sort of spoilt this on Tuesday when she was announcing her team, and she said, in my opinion, the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions, The Inspiration. In my opinion, I think does a lot of heavy lifting there. If she'd said the future Tag Team Champions,
that could have worked.
Would have worked. The fact she said new made people go, "Whoa, hello, what does that mean?" This feels like this is TNA making sure that their titles are represented on NXT. I feel like this happened when Wes Lee became X Division champion, beat Mike Bailey, and then took that belt onto an NXT PLE.
I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? It's to showcase the other brand on the other brand.
Yes.
Like, that's usually what these things are. But to me, I'm very happy because for the longest time, we didn't have the Inspiration. They were gone for a lot of years before they came back. And the fact now that they are Knockout World Tag Team Champions again, it makes my heart grow big.
It certainly does. And you don't need to go to journalism for that.
I'm good on these videos, mate.
You are excellent on these videos,
God.
and you are missed. Joe Hendry flavoured news. Damn it! I'll give you another run-up.
Thank you.
News around Joe Hendry, or Joe Henry, as he was called on No Mercy. Joe Hendry's featured a lot more on NXT TV as of late. He's been embroiled in some stuff with Eric Young on TNA, but he's been on NXT quite a bit as essentially like an evil ghoul that just appears when you say his name.
Oh, coming out of fridges and all sorts.
Yeah.
It's been lovely to see.
Yeah, he's a what's the word for it when you have a midnight demon? What's the word that I'm reaching for?
Oh, like a sleep paralysis demon.
Sleep paralysis demon, that's it. That was the one I was reaching for. It's Friday, leave me alone. Joe Hendry is basically NXT sleep paralysis demon. Bobby Roode, in a recent backstage bit at the NXT's return to Full Sail, alluded to the fact that Joe Hendry was now on NXT, which obviously he is.
Yeah.
But it made people go, does that mean he's on NXT or is he on NXT?
Oh, well, TNA President Carlos Silva addressed that speculation around Joe Hendry's status in TNA in a recent interview on the Battleground podcast. And when asked if Joe was still a TNA contracted talent, Silva said, "That's correct. Yes, he is. You know, he is until he's not." But he is. And Joe's been great. Joe's been great for us. Joe's been great with WWE and NXT. We'll continue to work through that as good partners do. I get it, just feels like a foregone conclusion at this point that he will be WWE bound once this TNA contract is done. I wonder, because I don't believe at the moment he's a fixture on the Showdown card. Like, because of all the stuff that a lot of us say as fans in terms of like, man, he's on NXT more than he is TNA and this, that and the other. I'd love to see Joe do something naughty on that show and like switch allegiance almost to NXT or something like that. I don't know if they'll do that because of how popular he is as a character, but there's something fun to play with there, in my opinion.
I think it's the fact that he's just a glaring omission from that multi-man lineup.
Yeah,
like,
and that's it, isn't it?
You know, to not have him there surely means he's going to play some kind of factor in it. We will see. Carlos Silva on this interview with the Battleground also spoke very glowingly about the WWE and TNA relationships. His working with the NXT folks as well as the WWE folks has been very very easy. There's been great coordination. We've supported each other with last-minute asks on both sides, which I think is a testament to a good partnership. We might ask, or they might ask, and we always find a way to move things forward. The big showdown episode of NXT happening in Orlando is going to be great. You saw it on the CW Live with the teams aligning. I think the theme is building. There is also intrigue and maybe a little strangeness the way certain teammates are on each team. But there have been certain alliances and allegiances to the other organization, whether they've come from that organization or been there or holding the belt from one organization, even though they've worked for the other. I think all of that is there. I think as a result, it's going to be an awesome Tuesday night on NXT down in Orlando. A lot of intrigue as to how they put this together. I think I say this on the podcast tonight. I'm replacing Ross on the podcast tonight. I apologize. But we talk about how, like, I really want this to be the opening chapter.
Yes.
Not a one and done.
Especially because it feels like WWE NXT has very much been at the forefront and winning a lot of the matches when it comes to like the cross-promotional stuff. And like you said, it feels like it shouldn't be over yet, and there should be a little bit more and maybe some twists and turns here and there as well to sort of make this feel really worthwhile for both promotions in the long run too. And I guess it just remains to be seen what's going to happen on Tuesday, but I am really excited for it. And there it kind of alludes to maybe we are going to see some twists and turns.
One person that crossed the line this week was Andrade. He turned up on Dynamite no less than 90 days after he was gone from WWE, and people went, is he allowed to do that? Well, PW Insider have given us some details on how this appearance by Andrade and this new contract with AEW was able to move through so quick.
Yeah, so they say when WWE released Andrade, there was no 90-day non-compete clause. Multiple WWE sources confirmed to PW Insider that Andrade was cut due to numerous WWE wellness violations over the last year. We're told that the decision was made to cut Andrade outright, making him free and clear to perform elsewhere.
Obviously, this pretty much makes what had been suspected for some time official, adds PW Insider, and we agree that the company is no longer publicly announcing wellness policy suspensions for the main roster talents, something that has quietly disappeared over the last few years. There was a point where when there was a wellness violation, they'd announce it on WWE.com, and they'd announce releases on WWE.com. You know, that's where the whole trope of we wish them well in their future endeavors came from, where where future endeavored became a verb because of all this. And it seems as if WWE aren't bringing that sort of thing to attention. It was beforehand. It was a very transparent thing to do, and now it's a case of WWE trying not to draw too much attention to anything negative.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I just really hope that at this point, Andrade can manage to stay within one place and just like really capitalize on everything that he's got. The man is like so good in the ring. He's got the look. Maybe not necessarily the promo skills, maybe not. It doesn't really matter, because now if you team with Don Callis, you're all good. You've got someone to do that kind of stuff for you anyway, as it is, which is fine. But like, he is someone who I feel like should have been bigger than what he actually is at the moment. And there's so many missed opportunities, and whatever these wellness violations may be, we don't know the ins and outs of them specifically, but whatever they are, just hope he's all right and just manages to really just plow through and be that top star that he absolutely is.
He's only in his mid-30s.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Wild. I tell thee what, it is wild. Almost as wild as a night at Cultaholic Championship Wrestling. Owen Mawson's Thursday night Twitch stream took place last night. If you missed it, you can get the VOD at patreon.com/Cultaholic. It is an insight into the creative booking mind of Owen Mawson and you watching as well, because I feel like you're somewhat responsible, but mainly Owen.
Well, I mean,
mainly Owen.
No, it's a
Someone's giving you all the belts, for goodness sake.
Synergy between Owen and the fans. No, they're absolutely amazing streams, and they're so funny, the stuff that happens in them as well, randomly. So please do check them out, because he puts a lot of time into them as well. Fantastic roster, fantastic booker. Oh, Booker of the Year, Owen Moss, right there.
Chef Owen is cooking at patreon.com/Cultaholic. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
I love you, bye.